Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. It is freezing on this Tuesday morning. It's snowing again, like I'm over it. It's the end of February, like winter, can you just leave? You ruined my birthday month, snow. While I wait for my car to heat up before I head out to work this morning, I just wanted to get on here and do my Talk About It Tuesday. This week's Talk About It Tuesday, I said I was going to talk about what it's like to grow up with split parents. My parents met when they were in high school and got married around the age of 18. My mom was 18 and I think my dad was 19. So they were really young and I was already born when, no. They had me when they were 18. Got married when I was like 2 or 3, I think. So they had me really young. And I don't remember them splitting at all. I just know like what they tell me and like from pictures, and I was in their wedding when they got married at the little courthouse. So yeah, I think I was around 2 or 3. But then they got divorced, and yeah, basically right after the divorce I spent a majority of the time with my mom and kind of went, I went to my dad's every other weekend. I don't really remember, I was a baby. But yeah, because I spent most of my time with my mom, I was just like way closer. Like I still have a really good relationship with my mom, and I wouldn't be the person I am today without her, like the way she raised me. And then when I was around 7, both of my parents met my step-parents, and I think that was like probably the best thing for me. For my dad, him meeting my stepmom, like she welcomed me in and like treated me like her own. Like, I feel myself getting a little emotional about it, but yeah, she welcomed me in and treated me like her own, and like I think she was a really positive impact on my dad and mine relationship, like to this day. Like I feel like turned things around, because me and my dad really struggled as I was growing up and like kind of becoming more aware of the divorce and like our relationship. Like, I love my dad now. Like, he is my freaking hero. Like, not that I didn't love him before, but we just like really butt heads a lot growing up, like middle school and high school. And then towards the end of high school and me going into college, like our relationship just grew stronger, and I think a lot of that has to do with my stepmom coming in the picture, so I'm really thankful for her. And now, like, me and my dad couldn't be closer. Like, he's literally the person I call when I'm in a hard situation, or like, and he gives me the best advice. Like, he's just amazing. Like, I love him so much. And then my mom meeting my stepdad was really, it was kind of like opposite with my stepdad. I really butt heads with my stepdad growing up. Look at Ralphie. Hey, Ralphie. I really butt heads with my stepdad growing up. Like, it wasn't until like high school that me and him actually started getting along. Like, when I was young, around 7, when he came into my life, my stepmom and my stepdad both came into my life around the same time. I think I was like 6 or 7. Me and my stepdad got along really well at first, but then as I grew up and matured, like, we just really butt heads a lot, and I think it's just like part of the thing, you know. Like, it wasn't because he was doing anything. Like, I was just a teenager fighting with her dad, basically. But like, growing up, he took me to my father-daughter dances, and like, he was really present because I would see him a lot more than I would see my dad, because I was only seeing my dad every other weekend, so I was just around my stepdad a lot more. So I guess for me, like, having divorced parents was a little bit of a blessing, because I feel like I got this like bonus mom and bonus dad. My stepdad and my mom currently aren't together anymore, but he was literally in my life from when I was like 7 to my senior year in high school, so I still consider him my dad, you know. Like, I could never cut him off, because he was a huge part of my life for so long, so nobody could like ever replace him. And I'm just really, like, even though we butt heads, like, we started getting along really well when I got into high school. And he just like did so much for me growing up and was like such an amazing male figure in my life. So I'm just like really grateful for my 2 bonus parents. I feel like I really, like, you always hear those terrible stories about like evil step parents, but like, I was blessed with literal, I call them my bonus parents, because it's just like extra love. Like, and I think both of my parents are happy that I have the bonus parents, because like it's just more people providing love to me and like providing good care to me. Whew, that is hard to talk about. I know that my story about having divorced parents might not be the same for everybody else, like, but I just wanted to like put a sprinkle of hope and like share my story and how having divorced parents is kind of positive for me. Like, yes, I did grow up with my parents separated, and it was hard to split that time, and like seeing my friends still have their parents, like it just seemed like they lived like a much easier life. But I wouldn't change it, you know? I feel like having my step parents has like built a lot of character, and I'm just like, my family is even larger because of it. Like, I have a huge family because of my step parents' family coming in, and that's the other thing, like both of their families have taken me in as their own. Whew. I'm just like so grateful. And yeah, like I think growing up I probably was like bitter about not having my parents together, but like being older and looking back and reflecting like this is the first time that I've reflected and like said it all out loud. It's like emotional because I just like feel so much love, and like I'm like, I've benefited so much from having these people in my life. So I guess, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say is, even though my parents did go through a divorce when I was young, like I was young, and so it didn't impact me as much. To be honest, when my mom and my stepdad divorced, that impacted me more because I was a senior in high school. He'd been in my life for so long, and it like I was more aware of what was going on, and so that was like more emotional for me compared to when I was 3 and my parents got a divorce, you know? I mean, that's pretty much my story about having divorced parents, and like this is kind of me getting really vulnerable with you guys and like sharing personal things in my life, and I know like a lot of you guys have asked and like requested this video, so I'm happy to share it with you, and I'm happy that I have a positive experience that comes out of divorced parents. And I hope that if any of you guys are experiencing having divorced parents, or if you have divorced parents, or your parents are going through a divorce right now, like just know that, you know, like I don't want to speak for other people's relationships or other people's situations because it's all different. But in my case, and like I strongly believe that everything happens for a reason, and in my case I think it kind of shows. I know that going through parent splitting is incredibly hard. Like I said, I've been through it twice, once where I didn't really know what's going on, and a second time where it was really hard for me, especially if you have other siblings involved that are younger, and maybe like it's hard for them too. Like I found myself as the older sibling trying to be strong for my younger siblings. So there's just like a lot of little pieces that go into divorce, and so that's why every story is different. But I thought that I would share my story with you guys. And yeah, that's just like a little bit more about me, and I should probably head to work now. So that was just, you know, my little story on having divorced parents. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. If you want to share your guys' stories with me, I would definitely will make a point to respond back to you guys. And if you guys have any other suggestions for Talk About It Tuesday or my other videos, just drop a comment below, and I will see you guys on Friday. Hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.